What's up, guys? So it's been a busy week, and I haven't had time to make a lot of videos. And I wanted to do a question and answer thing, but I'm going to put that off until the weekend. We may even do a live chat. We'll see how time goes this weekend. Life has just been nuts lately. I drove like 350 miles today. It was for a good thing. I had to take my dad somewhere, and that was cool, but um, toy time has been really limited lately, and I don't think it's going to get any better. But anyway, a lot of you guys, I get a lot of questions about, like, hey, what are you working on right now? So, of course, I'm happy to show that stuff. I think it's fun. So, number one, I guess, is the Steiger. So, this is a scratch built rear end, and I did this little 3D printed hitch. I can bring that up closer for you, sort of. It's not going to focus. Put the lights on there and all that. Like, so I've obviously started doing some painting. I need to add hydraulic details, which I'm building that. I say right now, but I'm not really working on this tractor too much right now. But this was what I was working on until another project showed up on workbench that I need to get done. So anyway, and then here's the front end of it. So we've got most of the steps built, we've got some of the lights painted and all that. I've got quite a bit of detail work to do here yet, though. So I guess that's kind of the first thing I'm working on. As you can see, I'm not terribly far along on it. Second thing is this Wagner WA17. It's pretty cool. It's basically done. Adding wheels and tires to it. As you can see, I've got to paint the wheels. I'm just test fitting things right now, so we'll see how that turns out. I need to do a little detail work back here yet, and I need to add my rail back here, which I knocked off. So I was going to do cab glass. I think I'm not going to do cab glass. I think I'm just skipping that this time around. Just going to do a real basic four-wheel drive here, and probably just pop this up on eBay or something, sell it later. Whenever I can get it finished. It might be a little bit. Um, here's the wheels and tires I'm using on those. So those are like mini toy truck and tractor. I don't know, whatever they are. I don't know the size off the top of my head. They're like I think it's a 20.838. It is. It's a 20.8 R38 dual. And then the rims are from CD models. The next thing is this Kraus disc. Oops, wow. Terrible camera work. Xbox. My Kraus disc. This was going to go on my display or maybe in somebody else's collection if somebody else wants it. And then, of course, what happened? Broke a wing. And I don't even know how that happened. So now I've got to redo this wing. It's kind of the way my luck has been lately. But this is a really cool disc, and if I keep it for myself, I'll be happy with it. If somebody else ends up with this, I think they'll love it because it's a pretty sweet little disc actually. Unfortunately, not particularly cheap. It's all 3D printed, and I've got quite a bit of money in that. So I guess the next up, this was just a little bit of repair. I actually traded for this tractor. It's a 7000 series tractor. It needs a little help. It's made by a guy that builds a lot of these, and he does a pretty good job, but it needs a little work. You can see the paint is rough back here under the cab. That's not cool in my opinion. The hitch detail and all that's pretty nice. It obviously needs an SMV decal back there. It has a steerable front end, which is kind of broken, so I'm going to have to fix that. The paint is kind of weird on these front weights, so that needs fixed. And in fact, I think those are the incorrect front weights, or they're too big, so I'm probably going to pop those off and do a smaller stack of weights on there, if you will. Everything else is pretty solid on this tractor, though. Might add some wiper detail and all that stuff. The cab does pull off if you want to stick a guy on there, so that's kind of cool. But like I said, there's some room for improvement here for sure. I do like the wheels and tires. I believe those are all off of an Agco from SpecCast, so I don't know for sure, but I think so. And then so here's kind of the project I'm really working on right now, which is these 8000 series tractors. And I did these once, and then they were damaged in shipping, so now I get to do them again. So what little time I have this summer to build toys is actually dedicated to these, hoping to get rid of them by the end of the week. We'll see, because nothing has gone right this week so far. This has a broken 3-point hitch, so I'm going to have to pop the quick hitch off and put a new one on. Not easy, especially without breaking it. The bottom hitch broke, and then I think this one has all the cab glass, thank God. Yeah, there's a few other little like touch-up things I want to do to it to make it kind of top-notch, but we'll see. And then there's a second one of these that has quite a bit more damage, but I kind of went through and completely repainted these and whatever, so they're looking better, or pretty close to it anyway. Anyway, that's kind of it. And then, so I got this thing, and I'm gonna do a review on it this week, I hope. So, anyway, you guys have been asking what's been going on this week. That's what's going on this week. Lots of busyness with kind of real world stuff. Unfortunately, putting a halt to the toys for a little bit, but I'll be right back at it soon. And as always, thanks for watching. You guys rock.